We are ready to go with another episode of Across Louisiana, Acadiana Style, brought to you by Mellow Joy, the original Cajun coffee. I am pleased to welcome Angela Morrison. She works at the Lafayette Schools Credit Union, but she serves on the board for Careers Connections, a great event. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so I imagine working at a credit union, you've seen all types. You've seen people who have their financial stuff together and those who don't. Huh?
Correct. Absolutely. We see all types. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, talk about Career Connections. I understand this has been going on quite a while.
Yes, we're in our 17th year. It's a project put on by the community, so all of us that are actually participating on the planning committee are volunteers. We represent different organizations, and I happen to represent the business side of things, and I'm actually here today hoping that we can recruit more businesses to participate in Career Connections.
All right, well, tell them what it is and what you need them to do.
Well, in our 17th year, we're expecting 4,000 10th graders from 4 different parishes to come out and learn about what does it take to be able to be employed in a particular industry. And as a business person myself, we want to ensure that we have a very strong workforce for the future. I happen to be the marketing supervisor for the credit union, but my hope is that we can grow young people to actually want to do that job themselves. And so going to Career Connections, being there, we actually are able to explain and impart some really good information to these high school students. What does it take? What kind of education do they actually need to work in the finance industry? What will it, how much schooling will they actually need to have? In doing so, I believe that we're actually sharing with students how important it is that they stay in school and graduate from high school on time, at least that first step. You know, I know you remember when you were a teenager. We're not that old. We can still remember that, our parents would tell us things, our teachers would tell us things, but when it comes from somebody else, it just seems
a subject matter expert, so to speak. Yeah, I've read that a lot of people in the teaching profession think they want to teach, and once they go in that classroom as a student, that's make it or break it. You either love it or you don't. Same thing, they don't tell nursing people it's shift work, when they're in nursing. So you got to get somebody on the street telling you this is what the job really is. Right.
And so our businesses that do participate, they will come out and staff a booth, and their activities will be interactive, where these students will actually understand what is it like to be a police officer, what is it to be a firefighter, and also even to put on a production like this. We are hoping to have someone from the telecommunications industry, media industry, to come out and share that.
We're in our last minute, so let's talk about when the event is and where it is, and then how people can get a hold of you.
We are actually hosting this event on February 17th in our 17th year at the Cajun Dome Convention Center. Businesses who are interested in participating to share more about occupations in their industry would do so by going to our website, which is at www.lafayette.org/Career Connections 2016.
Okay, so if you want to meet 4,000 potential folks to be in the workforce, be a highly energetic day with that many young people there, I'm sure. Huh?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Angela. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
And I wish you the best with it. We're going to take a look at the business that keeps us on the air. It is the original Cajun coffee. They are here in the Acadiana area. It is Mellow Joy. Let's take a look.
We think Mellow Joy coffee is pure joy. We love to drink it every day, all day long, and we think that most people in Acadiana do as well. So it's just a little play on our French heritage. The pure joie is something we look forward to each and every day as we get up and get moving. Being founded right here in Lafayette, Louisiana back in the 30s speaks to a lot of tradition that we have here in this part of the world. And it's exciting to be here and be part of the food culture that we have here. I've gotten to participate in the last couple of years in food discussions put on by the Chamber of Commerce and a lot of different things, talking about how popular Louisiana foods are, and especially Cajun food. So we like to think that we add a little bit of spice to those discussions as well. Coffee is the most consumed beverage on the planet other than water. we've got a large market out there that we can penetrate. And people do drink it now just about all day long. They start in the morning with it, and they drink it through midday through lunch, and then maybe some decaf at dinner time. And that's the fun part about it, is we like to experiment with a lot of different types of roasts. And we're into new packaging nowadays with single serve cups, so that you can just make that 1 cup of coffee at night if you'd like. Or you can still buy the traditional bag and make it throughout the day, a pot at a time. We buy on certain graded beans only. First off, all of our coffees are made from 100% Arabica beans. That's what we choose to make our coffees with. We like to use Brazilians. It's a stronger bean than a Colombian, we think, and it makes our coffee unique. We want to be different. We don't want to taste just like somebody else. And we only buy the very high grades, the extra hard beans, so that we get a very full-bodied flavor out of our coffees. We buy the top 1% in the world, so we're not a inexpensive coffee. We would be classified as a gourmet coffee on the shelf. If you go to the grocery stores and look, we are in the gourmet section a lot of times. And we take a lot of care in picking those beans out. We test every bag that comes in, we sample every bag that comes in, we roast them in small batches, and we cup them right here in the facility every time before a new run goes out to the supermarkets or to offices. All of our packaging, whether it's the small frac packs that go into the restaurants and offices or the 12-ounce bags that go on the shelf, all have a one-way valve in them to allow gases to escape but doesn't allow air in. So the packaging stays fresh on the shelf for up to a year without any noticeable change at all in the coffee. We've been asked by a few people to develop a line of coffees for them. The first people that approached us were the Duck Commander folks, the Robertson family of the Duck Dynasty TV show fame and the Duck Commander Duck Call products. They wanted to venture into the food world because their mantra is faith, family, and food. And so they contacted us to do coffee for them. So we came up with a few different roasts for them. Some really neat packaging. Obviously got some camo on there. You got to have camo if you're going to do something with those guys. We did a line of single serve cups in hot chocolate for Uncle Si. He's kind of the crazy uncle in the TV show, and kids love him. He's probably the #1 celebrity in the family for the kids. And so we did a hot chocolate in the single serve cups for him, so it's really neat. And we've got a couple of coffees out in 12-ounce bags, and we also did them in single serve cups that you can find in the grocery stores throughout Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, all the way up into Oklahoma, Missouri, over into Mississippi and Alabama as well. So anybody out there that drinks, if their company drinks a lot of coffee, or if they have an idea to sell a lot of coffee somewhere, I mean, we would love to do a private label for them. That's what we're basically doing for the university. We're working with a few other universities as well to develop private labels for them. It's a great source of income for the universities, but there's a couple of corporations that have also contacted us recently about doing private labels for them, where we put their company logo on the coffee that's served every day in their locations. If you want any information on any of our products, you can go to www.melojoy.com, or you can give us a call at 337-264-7195. Whoever answers the phone, we'll be glad to take care of you, answer any questions you may have.
We're going to step away for just a moment. When we come back, Billy Cantrell from Lark is going to tell us all about their 5K run. Stay with us on Across Louisiana.